Hello, fellow white men. We need to talk. I can no longer remain silent as men with light skin use these arbitrary factors to control other people. Throughout history, white men had more power over other people than any other group. They have used this power to control, discriminate against, murder, assault, and get away with whatever they could. They did these things regardless of logic, ethics, or what was in their own best interest. You may say, wait a minute, wasn't power in their best interest? Perhaps you need a lesson in negative emotions. Emotions are things that most white men have avoided examining. Even when fellow white man, Sigmund Freud, started examining emotions, he labeled psychological states rather than helping people deal with their emotions. Negative emotions such as anger, fear, disgust, rage, and annoyance happen because we feel negatively towards our lives or other people. These feelings come from our beliefs about other people and not the actual behavior of the other people. Blaming other people for white men's unsatisfactory lives was more absurd when those white men controlled the lives of most other people. They used their power to discriminate against others to ensure they maintain their power. This power has never been enough to satisfy them and therefore never led to life satisfaction. This is where you might realize never attaining life satisfaction and not changing your discriminatory ways was against their better interest. Call back. If you have not experienced major discrimination in your life, you may need a lesson in it. I'm not making this lesson up off the top of my head. I learned these things from experts who are not white men who have experienced major discrimination throughout their lives. One of the first groups to experience discrimination from all men is women. Men were usually bigger and stronger than women, and they used this to dominate them and control their lives. Luckily, women were much more resilient than men, and they slowly worked their way into more powerful positions. Women are gaining more power as time marches on and improving the world with it. Men from all cultures need to step aside and let women lead us to a brighter future. A favorite target of white men has been anyone who is not a white man. From slavery, mass incarceration, genocide, and other horrible acts of history, white men have proven they are capable of unspeakable actions and horrible behavior. The more power they had, the worse the consequences of their actions could be. Even when white men did not discriminate directly against others, they created laws that did their dirty work for them. To this day, laws exist all around the world that suppress anyone who is not a white man from gaining power. How have white men remained in power when most of them have shown themselves to be completely incapable of making the world a better place? This is where you come in, fellow white men. Are you willing to admit the past mistakes of white men? Are you ready to embrace current realities and accept that things need to change because the old ways no longer work? If you're not, I hate to tell you, but it's happening regardless of whether you accept it. The change is underway. You can accept it and be a part of it, or reject it and die bitter old white men. The choice is yours. Reality.